Hi guys, thank you so much for clicking on the video. It's your girl Toya Sunibamari again. Trust you guys are doing very well. Thank you so much for joining me here in my little corner here on YouTube, where I share all things skincare, makeup, lifestyle, and whatever is going on in my head at that time. So while you're here, please like, comment, share, and most of all subscribe. You're already here, you already clicked on the video, that means you're interested. So trust me, it's a fun ride. So subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell button to get notified when I have new content up. Okay guys, so for the video of today, this, as you can see from the title, was inspired by the recent Fyre Festival documentary that aired this past weekend on both Hulu and Netflix. If you've been living under a rock, the Fyre Festival was supposed to be the hipper version of Coachella, which was supposed to take place last year. Tickets were going for $4, didn't take place. They didn't have any good. There were some of them were stranded in the Bahamas. They were stranded in the Caribbean. They weren't able to get back to the United States. It was a mess, and these documentaries dived into why exactly it was a mess. One of the things that I've taken note of doing this year, and this past couple of years or so, is to try and take the lessons from whatever is going on around me. And one of the lessons that I took from watching this documentary is the performance of fabulousness. How using social media, most especially Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. One of my aunties here on YouTube, and Roxanne, she says social media is the devil. I don't see it that way. I see it as it's a medium for you to achieve your goals, depending on if your goals are actually genuine. Social media boomed a couple of years ago. The rise of Instagram, Instagram particularly, and Snapchat, is that people we as people, and I'm going to count myself included here, we throw ourselves in putting too much stock in what we present to the world. Most of the people we follow on Instagram, most people that I know I follow, I don't know these people from a kind of paint, but I'm intrigued by what they show. I'll put this in the proper context. One of the things that I took from the Fyre Festival is that the organizers spent so much time and money, allegedly, pouring themselves into presenting this picture of how fabulous the entire festival was going to be. There was supposed to be a 5-star or 6-star. There was supposed to be a catering service. There was supposed to be villas. Just when you watch the documentary, you'll understand. But they painted this picture of fabulousness and exclusivity and of lushness that people wanted to be a part of. Instead, in my opinion, they should have used that most of that time and energy to focus on actually working on creating the festival itself, getting the talent booked, ensuring that they picked the right location, ensuring that there wasn't any hiccup whatsoever. But they spent most of the time just focusing on the social media and ensuring that everything was supposed to look as fabulous as it was supposed to be. But it turned out that it was a complete disaster, and I took that as how we as people, we spend so much of our time pouring ourselves and showing the world one picture when we know that the reality is completely different. I will put this in 3 sections. The first one will be in relationships, and I find myself guilty of this as well. Celebrity couples, my friends, people that I know, or friends of my friends that I follow on social media, and I see when they post their post pictures of them with their significant others, or when they're having a birthday party, or they're celebrating something, or they're taking a trip. I have to ask myself, now, why is it that they are painting a picture of that they're so much in love when we don't know what exactly goes on in their personal life? We don't know if they're actually happy, or they're actually still a unit. I guess what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to get across, is that the lesson I want we all to take from this is that you have no idea, you have no clue what is going on in people's lives, couples' lives, and you shouldn't envy anybody. Nobody should be your couple goals. You shouldn't strive to aspire to be a celebrity or somebody else, a friend, because you have no idea what they're going through. One of the things I ask myself to do is that every time I post a picture, anytime I put something out there, I ask myself, I check my motives. Why are you doing this? Are you doing this because you're bored? Are you doing this because you're trying to get attention? Ask yourself why you're doing it, and ask yourself why you follow certain people. And if those people are not bringing anything or value into your life whatsoever, cut them off. Stop following them. In fact, switch off from social media, because it's not bringing anything value. If it's making you feel sad, depressed, and if it's making you sad, depressed, and making you feel like you're a loser, cut off from social media. The second thing will be in terms of how, and I will use the term, if this is not the right, forgive me, the term influencers. YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat are avenues where you can share your art. I'm a huge proponent of that these are avenues that we can use to share our art and share the things that we love to the world. I do that as well, so that it's fine. But where I feel that a lot of people can get caught up is if you try and put yourself in the category of those who've been doing it for a while, those who have like 1 million, 5 million. Those are the big guns of this industry, that they get PR from all the makeup brands, from all the beauty brands. If you cannot afford to live, you cannot put yourself in trouble of trying to live up to something that it is impossible. I said in my Fenty video, I think that was last week, that I buy what I want to buy. I'm not one of those people who buys every single item that comes out every single week by every single brand. If I see it, I like it, okay. If I cannot do, I don't have to get it. I'm lucky to have a good discernible income that I can afford, and I can splurge on this, on my hobby. I can afford to do it, but I do it because I like it. I do it because I enjoy it. I'm not doing it because I'm not doing it because I'm trying to keep up with certain kind of people. Does it make, please, I hope what I'm saying is making sense. You cannot get caught up in this industry if you want to start this journey here on YouTube, on Instagram, as a makeup enthusiast, as a makeup lover, as a lifestyle blogger or vlogger. You cannot afford to get caught up. And I'm afraid that social media unfortunately gives people the facade that it is easy. It is not easy. It is expensive, and not everyone can do it. Not everyone can afford to do it. I think a British blogger called Brenny Lee, I'll put her link down below, love her, dark skin, beautiful, gorgeous queen, love her. She put up a post a few years ago saying how YouTubers are broke. Yes, I can believe that some people are broke because they are trying to live up to a certain kind of standard that they feel they have to live by. You do not have to do it. Don't let social media fool you that you have to do it, that you have to go and buy a Laura Mercier powder or an Hourglass foundation or no. Start off small. Start from the basics. Learn your craft. If you can afford to, yes, but you do not have to get every single item that comes out every single week. And do not let social media force you or make you feel that you have to get these items. You don't have to get it. Nobody is putting a gun to your head, and you don't have to do it. The third thing I wanted to mention is that I think I mentioned this earlier, how you have to check your motives. Why are you doing this? If you are going into a venture and you want to post something on YouTube, you want to post something on Instagram, ask yourself, why are you doing it? Don't believe the hype. Don't use the facade that they paint. It might not be a facade. Forgive me, I'm not trying to hate on anyone. It might not be a facade, but you cannot use it as a gauge of how your lifestyle should be. Just because things that appear to be looking good for some people, that doesn't mean your own life is crap. Look at everything with a discerning eye. Cut your coat according to your size. If you want to start whatever, if you want to use social media to promote whatever you have going on, do not use how somebody else who's in a similar situation and how much they are making so much money from whatever, or they are living this fabulous life, or they are going on brand trips. So I'm going to use fellow influencers here on YouTube to make you feel like you have to go, maybe because so and so was able to get a Laura Mercier, or ABH PR list. Maybe you should go and buy every single ABH product that has launched in order to get on the PR list. No, you don't have to. And that's why most people get in trouble and they end up going broke. You don't have to. If you cannot afford to, you do not have to. And nobody should make you feel any less than. And you should not make yourself feel any less than. Okay, guys? But oh well, I hope I've been able to make sense of all of this. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and most of all, subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys on my next video. It'll be February then. Hey guys, bye. Mwah.